program that we ran as a special three-part series entitled A Decade of Struggle, we included an interview with a man who worked as an informer for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The name of the informant that we interviewed is Darthard, also known as Ed Riggs, also known as Bill Perry, also known as Othello. He worked for the FBI as an informer who infiltrated various black organizations during the 1960s.
Rest in peace to Dr. Perry, even though he was a snitch. Died of old age way longer than he was supposed to live. In my world, if you tell, you supposed to get hit like in an instant. If you got sons, they going with you. But listen, now every nigga gon' be built for prison or to sacrifice himself for a code that he was given. If the feds put leverage on me, I won't even flinch. They could threaten me with injection, I still won't tell them shit. Flee the country in the morning, all my millions still intact. Every soldier I got with me choose to die before he rat. They got children, they got siblings, they still proudly stand on that. So this a hard conversation for any of them to have. It's a sensitive topic when informants don't get shot quick. I sit my niggas down and teach them about the life of Doctor. We was born before our parents, he the snitch who would've got us. All my predecessors, he the one that got them locked up. It make me cringe myself to feel sympathy for him. Don't matter what charges they bring, I ain't getting extorted. You know how we get down, but right now that ain't important. And feeling bad for a snitch ain't the point of the story. Mr. Perry wasn't no gangster, wasn't cut from my fabric. Joined the army back then, niggas had no choice, they got drafted. Did a year in military, then he moved back to Cali. He loved reading Shakespeare, he wanna train as an actor. Scholarship to study theater, that's his only true passion. But on the first day of classes, the feds came and grabbed him. Said they need a familiar face in the community who could get close to niggas they got under scrutiny. Doctor told him no, he a bookworm on some nerd shit, but they read his psych eval from when he was in service. The doctor said he claustrophobic, so much is debilitating. Since he was a kid, he had a fear of enclosed spaces. Plus he's sensitive and not the most effective soldier, so the army let him go home soon as his tour was over. But to the FBI, they knew all they had to know. If they threatened him with prison, they know that he gonna fold. When it come to candidates for ass that make a nigga go, Darthard like recording sound, he an artist in his soul. They had an agent sell him studio equipment someone stole, and when tuition came due, they blocked his scholarships too. He went to pawn the new machines, they busted him for the loot. They threatened him with 3 years, but they already knew to stay free, he'd agree to what they asked him to do. They ain't care, they made the rest of his life a living hell though. And since he loved the theater, they codenamed him Othello. Started out befriending niggas who would die for our kind, and sending them to die in prison to avoid doing time. I mean the BLA, the Panthers, and the list goes on. Real niggas who trusted they own, and it backfired on. But the part that's most important, Perry wasn't alone. 1,000 agents in LA, 10 informants of their own. Jailbirds, square niggas, church bras, bad hoes, fat or skinny, male or female, some young, some old, short or tall. Ain't no way you could identify them all. If every snitch died tomorrow, that's a lot of our blood. I don't feel bad for none of them, none of us should, but feel revenge for the feds in your hearts and your minds. Them crackers forced us to have to kill one of our kind.